Welcome, everyone. Game 1 of the 1992 NBA Finals just ahead, and it should be a great one. The Bulls and Blazers both needing 6 games to advance to this final stage, and they look to be ready to go. With me, Clark Kellogg. On the sideline, Doris Burke. Clark, let's talk about the matchup. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, we can talk all day long about the team matchups, but you and I both know what everybody wants to see is Jordan versus Drexler. These two guards have absolutely been on fire all season long and are really taking the shooting guard position to unseen heights.
Clark, both these players just phenomenal finishers at the rim. We can expect to see a multitude of high-flying highlights by the time this series comes to a close.
Kevin, that is a given. Fans have been wondering who's best all season with Jordan and Drexler, and this series should provide plenty of fodder for that heated debate. Game 1 should be an excellent peek at what should be a fantastic NBA Finals.
Let's go to our great sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for an update. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Michael Jordan took a knock on his wrist in Game 6 against Cleveland, and it bothered his shooting to close that game out. I asked him how it was holding up, and he told me he tested it in the weight room this morning and was able to pick up 265 pounds with it. That's right, 265 pounds. Looks like the wrist isn't going to be an issue with him.
All right, Doris, thank you as always. 265 pounds with a hurt wrist. I'm not sure I can do half that with a healthy wrist or 2 wrists.
I'm right with you, Kevin. I mean, that's amazing to be able to have that kind of strength and not be 100% when you're talking about lifting weight with a bad wrist. Come on, that's crazy.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Jerome Kersey, Drexler out there with Porter, and there's Buck Williams and Robinson. And here is Jordan. Clyde Drexler with the triple. A nice shot by Jordan. That's the second 3 for Jordan so far, and it's still early. On defense, Chicago. So for the Bulls, Clark, how do you think they'll set up the defense in this one?
You know, I think they'll apply a lot of full-court pressure initially, Kevin. I mean, they want to make Kersey and Williams start that Portland offense near half court if they can. The Bulls have the defensive talent and versatility to do that.
Now the Bulls with it. Drexler defending. Cartwright with a screen on Drexler. Michael to shoot. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. And Jordan really looks locked in. That's already his third 3 of the half. That ties the finals record. Paxson against Porter. Here is Kersey. It's tipped.
Nice anticipation right there to snatch that one.
And here is Jordan. 9 points in the game so far. And Drexler picking him up. And they double up Jordan. Cartwright. Back to Jordan. Just 3 to shoot. Behind the arc. Buck Williams with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 4. Now Porter. Pass to Robinson. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
And here comes Paxson. Outside Jordan. Drexler defending. Drexler against Jordan. The tray. And that one's good. Jordan's got 12. 4 made threes for Jordan already. That's a record for most 3s in a half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, superb, splendid, stupendous, crazy, wild, unbelievable. He doesn't look like he's finished yet, partner. I mean, he's locked in, and we could see something really special here.
On defense, Portland following the 3-pointer by Michael Jordan. Right side, Jordan. Cartwright with a screen on Kersey. And here's Jordan. Knocks down the trifecta. And there it is, Clark. A new record for 3s and a half as Jordan sinks number 5.
Well, he's come out and sent a big-time message for these finals. Portland is in big trouble this series, especially if Jordan's going to play at this level.
Clark, if you're the Blazers, what do you want to accomplish on offense going forward in this series?
You know, sometimes your offense can be your best defense, Kevin. The Blazers want to make sure that they don't take too many quick shots. Sure, they want to run, but they have to be very diligent in their shot selection so they don't allow the Bulls to get into an up-and-down game, because the Bulls are better at that than the Blazers are.
Making a switch here, the Bulls. Here is Porter. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Back to Williams. Over Grant. Williams gets the bucket. Here's Armstrong. 6-point lead. The record for most threes in a final is 6. Jordan has a very good chance at that right here tonight.
Well, I think he's going to get it. I would not be surprised at all if he does get it. He looks like a player absolutely possessed at this moment.
Now here's Jordan. Kept alive. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
Here's Armstrong. About 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Jordan against Drexler. And he makes the basket. So one free throw coming up as he'll try to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, this is fun to watch. This guy is putting on a show right now. He's making it look really easy. How about Michael Jordan in this one? He's already up to 17 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him, imposing his will right from the word go.
Here is Porter. Dumps it off. Kersey, he's covered by Armstrong. Porter passes to Williams. Buries the short-range shot. Williams has got 6.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Drexler against Jordan. And Drexler picking him up. Let's go with the hits. Good from beyond the arc. Did you see that, Clark? Jordan with a shrug after that last shot. I don't think he can believe it himself.
No, he can't. He's actually surprised. And yet going in the flow and is in a tremendous rhythm. I mean, he's on a tear, Kevin. All the Bulls need to do is give him the ball and get out of the way.
Jordan has tied the NBA Finals record for made threes in what has been a wonderful display of his shooting from outside. Danny Ainge has checked in for the Trailblazers. Well, Clark, what do you think we can expect for this game and for the series?
Well, I think both teams really want to try to score the ball in the paint. They're going to attack the basket, Kevin, because...
And then slammed in by Jordan.
They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
Here's Ainge. 2:14 left in the first. And
I asked Blazers coach Rick Adelman about his thoughts on this statement, and he said, hey, it doesn't hold water. His team will do their talking on the floor. Let's see how they respond, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Coach Jackson Clark doing his best to get in the heads of the Blazers there.
Well, nothing surprising about that, Kevin. We know Phil Jackson likes to do that. And if this game comes down to the wire, you'd have to think that that'll be in the Blazers' minds a little bit. It'll get into their head some. But the key is, how do they respond? That's the real deal.
And the Bulls making a change here. Fires from the elbow, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
I tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on a tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
Jordan against Kersey. Outside Jordan. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
It's a well-used foul there to prevent the easy layup, Kevin.
The first one. Both good from the line that time. Here's Ainge. 1:18 left in the first quarter. He's covered by Armstrong. Tipped. Robinson. Jump-off pass. Drexler outside. For 3. The shot by Ainge, no good. The Bulls leading by 8. Outside Jordan. Takes it up. And good with the shot. And the whistle blows for the contact and a chance for one more. You know, Clark, you look back at Game 6 for the Blazers when they closed out on the road. Total team effort.
Yeah, they had 7 players in double digits in that game, Kevin. As a matter of fact, they played only 8. And the one guy who didn't get to double digits only saw the floor for 6 minutes. So a 7-man rotation took care of everything for the Blazers.
Now the Trailblazers making a change. Porter's checked in. And here is Ainge.
And look at what they've done, or rather what they haven't done. It's hold on to the ball. They've had 4 turnovers already this quarter.
Outside Jordan. From deep. And that one's good. Jordan's got 31. NBA Finals record for most points and a half is 33, and Jordan is nearing that here. That will count. No good on that last second attempt there. So the first quarter is over, and we've got a double-digit lead. It's the Bulls leading by 14.
Well, Kevin, they've been filling it up from long range. Those 3-pointers add up quickly.
And we'll get back to the action right after this. And as the second quarter begins, it hasn't been the most competitive game so far. Here's Paxson. It's a 14-point game. There with Michael Jordan. Then it's Cartwright. Then there's Pippen and Grant. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Off the pick. Terrific swat. So it's Portland now. They trail by 14. Here's Porter. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Paxson. No points for him. Outside Jordan. Scotty Clark in that game 6 against the Cavs. Man, was he all over them.
A stat sheet stuffer. I mean, effective on the glass. He could have actually not scored and still been one of the more impactful players out on the court.
Ainge with the ball. Here's Drexler. And it's Cartwright with the rebound.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
It's Jordan on the wing, guarded by Porter. Here's Jordan. It's good. Jordan has tied the NBA Finals record of 33 points and a half. Amazing. Here is Porter. Guarded by Paxson. Here's Robinson with authority. Back to Scotty Clark. His ability to affect the game without scoring is phenomenal.
Well, again, he rebounds, he creates, he plays lockdown defense on multiple players. He's a huge part of what the Bulls are as a team. I mean, he would...
It falls! That puts him over the record. Michael Jordan has just set a new mark for points and a half in an NBA Final. Here is Kersey. Porter, guarded by Paxson. Throws it up, deflects the pass.
Good anticipation for the steal.
Now here's Jordan. Williams picks him up. Williams against Jordan. Shot clock at 5. Now Paxson. Jacks up the triple. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And the Bulls lead by 17. And here are the Blazers. 17-point game. Here is Porter. Guarded by Paxson. Here's Williams, and he jams it in beautifully.
Oh, what a great look to get it inside. That's the way to find him when he's ready to score.
With Scottie Pippen, you wonder if those injuries are behind him.
Kevin, I think so. I mean, he told me that his ankle and wrist were feeling a lot better, and you can see he's moving well out there. I mean, I think he got healthy just at the right time.
Good for the Bulls.
Yep.
Gets the whistle, and he'll go to the line. The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here is Porter. Right around 5 minutes left in the half. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Pippen. Here's Pippen. 17-point game. Jordan against Ainge. Porter against Paxson. Just 4 to shoot. Jordan takes off. Slam dunk by Jordan. Michael Jordan already in the record books with the most threes in a game. He's really putting on a show to end all talk of comparing Drexler and Clark himself.
Well, this is a performance for the ages, Kevin. I mean, we posed the question of who was the best, but Jordan came out and answered it with his play. Absolutely fantastic.
Ainge with the ball. Pass to Drexler. It's dumped off. The three. The shot by Ainge, no good.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Ainge against Jordan, and they double up Jordan. Off the screen, and he lays that one up and in. Jordan's got 41.
They don't seem to have many answers for him in this game. He's doing a terrific job out there. Outstanding work.
Paxson against Porter. Takes a three. Portland again missing. Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-4 run. Clark, Michael Jordan will be asked to do a lot more defensively in this series. Would you agree?
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, matching up against Drexler, that's some heavy lifting. He's going to have to be completely focused on denying Drexler his sweet spots on the floor. It'll be interesting to see how that affects Jordan offensively.
Michael is on another planet right now. He has 8, yes, count them, 8 made threes. Unbelievable. Here is Kersey. The steal. Back to Jordan in his defensive matchup. He really didn't need to do much in that Cleveland series.
Yeah, you're right. He wasn't needed to lock up a big-time threat with the Cavs and didn't have to exert himself as much at that end of the floor. That certainly won't be the case against Portland.
And here's Porter. Lobs it up.
That should be absolutely illegal. Just toss it up there and let your teammate take care of his business.
Clark, really, is there a prettier play in the game of basketball than that?
I don't think so.
Cartwright with a screen on Ainge. Jordan against Ainge. Jordan pulls. Kept alive. Cartwright the pass to Jordan. A second chance effort. Grant covered by Kersey. Kersey against Grant. Pass to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot.
Boy, he flushes it with such strength, Kevin.
Yeah, how about that one, Clark? He continues to top himself.
Yeah, he's outdoing himself, isn't he?
Here is Porter. 1:34 left in the second. Now Ainge. Just 5 to shoot. Drexler. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Big time lead they've got.
Yeah, they're playing extremely well.
Jordan against Ainge. Cartwright, the pass to Jordan. Right side, Jordan. Shoots over Ainge. Jordan's shot is off. Well, Clark, this is what the basketball world was hoping for. Drexler against Jordan, two great off guards that can really... And Drexler throws it down home.
Boy, he's such a powerful finisher, Kevin.
Well, it's almost a sure thing when he gets in that close, Clark.
A clear path? You don't want to get in the way of this fella.
Oh, no, he's cleared for landing every time. Ainge against Jordan. Ainge covering. Jordan with the bucket.
What an acrobatic finish. I love the dunk, but you got to give it up for that kind of layup.
Here comes Terry Porter. Drexler kicks to Porter. Shoots the three. Shot's good. He has 5.
And there he goes. He didn't get a 3 in the first, but starting to look for it here.
Now here's Jordan. Shoots over Ainge. And that's off as he tries to beat the buzzer. So not much of a contest here so far as we end the first half.
Jordan having a terrific game. He's been stacking up the points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance. That's a first half he can be proud of.
It's the Bulls running away with it. Here's Paxson. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Jerome Kersey out there with Buck Williams. Then it's Drexler. Then there's Porter and Robinson. Well, we heard all the talk coming in about Michael, showing that this is what he is all about.
Well, it's like he took the talk personally, Kevin, and is looking to let everybody know that only one can be the best. And that one is Michael Jordan.
With the Bulls, one thing they know they can go to on offense, Clark, is Jordan in the post.
You know what? They really didn't use it all that much during the regular season, Kevin. But in these playoffs, it's been a different story. More and more, they're setting up Jordan on the block, and he's handling his business.
Jordan against Drexler. Drexler against Jordan. Shot clock at 5, and Drexler picking him up.
Living
on the
large.
clock, and again it's Michael Jordan. Jordan's got 55.
He's done an outstanding job all game long. Absolutely a great job of finding an opening against the defense.
Porter against Paxson. Drexler drawing the double team. They rule this one. Goaltender. Count the shot.
Beautiful delivery with the bound perfectly.
And so here is Chicago. Pass to Jordan. Paxson with the ball. And here is Jordan. Williams picks him up. Used the screen and took it all the way. He's shooting 69% from long range. Here is Porter. He has 5. The shot, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Now Jordan, non-stop scoring machine here. And Drexler picking him up. Drexler against Jordan. Goes up. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Clyde Drexler for Cartwright. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for John Paxson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here is Porter. With an assist this trip down, he'd have 10 for the game. Now a timeout called by...
For other 2 guards, and I think that's what you've seen in the Terry Porter shooting percentage, right around 31%. against the Bulls during the regular season.
Here's Armstrong, still looking to get on the scoreboard. Outside Jordan, and Drexler picking him up. No good from Jordan.
And after that first miss, they're 3 of 4. They're trying to run him out of the building right now. Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Here's Armstrong. Just over 5 minutes left in the third. Jordan's up. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And I love the unselfishness. It's a joy to watch.
Now the Bulls with it. Outside Jordan. Covered by Kersey. Here's Armstrong, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
For a player of his skill, it's going to take a lot better defense than that.
And so they will intentionally foul him.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher to me. Was that a frustration foul, an angry foul? I guess the other team was getting under his skin a little bit.
Porter with it. Here is Kersey. Rebound by Pippen. Outside Jordan. Purdue with a screen on Drexler. Outside Jordan. And here's Purdue. 4 on the clock. Jordan. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. Jordan continues to be lights out from deep. He shattered the finals record and keeps adding on. So interesting fact here with this Drexler-Jordan matchup, Clark. These two could have been teammates.
Well, how scary would that have been? Not realistic because they both play the same position. Portland had the number 2 pick in '84 and passed on Jordan, who went to the Bulls at number 3. Okay, but just imagine putting Jordan and Drexler on the wings for this Portland team. That would be a nightmare, but it's kind of a fantasy island nightmare.
Here is Porter. He has 5. Right side, Williams. Now Kersey, guarded by Pippen. Gets a good look. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
And so here is Chicago. Pass to Jordan. And Drexler picking him up to the wing. Porter against Armstrong. And Robinson comes to help. Here's King. The shot is off. And the Blazers the other way. Here's Porter. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
They say the mid-range game is becoming a lost art in the NBA. But you certainly couldn't tell it from watching that play. What a sweet stroke.
Jordan against Drexler. There strikes again. Michael Jordan with the score.
Well, Kevin, he's the game's top scorer. He's really putting on a show.
Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. And here are the Blazers. Here's Ainge. Kersey, guarded by Jordan. Up top, Kersey, guarded by Jordan. Here's Williams. It's hauled in by Purdue.
They've really done a great job securing the rebounds, Kevin.
They got the advantage right now, Clark, +5. Ainge against Jordan. And Drexler picking him up. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. And the first one.
Exactly what you want. When you're going to get to the line, take advantage of those freebies.
Scottie Pippen's checked in for Chicago. The Blazers on offense. Clark, the Bulls, one of the most unselfish teams in the league. I mean, maybe ever.
Yeah, they make the extra pass, Kevin. When you're winning championships or in the position to win a championship, it's a team effort. You have to have great players, but they have to be willing to share the ball, and the Bulls do that. They make the extra pass.
And he's able to score the bucket. Foul called by the official. So one free throw for him right here. And he makes the free throw. Here's Ainge. 1:22 left in the third quarter. Here's Robinson, and nothing is falling for him right now.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game, and he still hasn't registered a single point.
Jordan against Drexler. And here's Jordan. Kept alive. Drexler against Jordan. Takes it up, hangs and hits.
He's really doing a nice job leading his team and setting a terrific pace this quarter. He's been absolutely dominant.
Here's Drexler. Terry Porter. He's checked in for Danny Ainge. And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. Here's Armstrong. 34 seconds left in the third. Pass to Jordan. Off the pick. And the one-handed jam to finish.
Nice fundamental basketball. Get that screen in place solidly, and then take it to the rim.
Show a little patience, then zoom right in. Here is Porter. He's got 7. Beyond the arc. Scooped up.
You can simply tell, Kevin, I mean, they want the ball more right now.
Pippen, the pass to Jordan. Purdue with a screen on Williams. Outside Jordan. We have just finished the third, and it's officially a blowout.
How about Michael Jordan in this one? He has an unbelievable amount of points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too. His success in the assist department has carried over to the free throw line.
We'll see you in just a moment, live here from Chicago. Here is Porter. Pippen is out there with B.J. Armstrong. And there's Livingston. Then there's Purdue. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Porter buries it from outside. That gives him a double-double, 10 points and 10 assists. Drexler against Jordan. And Drexler picking him up. Jordan hangs. The shot by Jordan, no good.
Anytime a guy scores on you, it's natural that you want to go right back at him. But he couldn't match that last 3. He's been getting after it offensively, but they're still trailing here. One guy can only do so much.
Drexler defending. Armstrong with it. Back to Jordan. Livingston with the screen. Just 5 on the clock. And then slammed in by Jordan.
Boy, he can produce some rim rattlers, Kevin. This guy can fly.
Well, the whole building, Clark, knows what's going to happen when he goes up. Here is Porter. Here's Ainge. Kept alive. Goes up. And it's Williams finishing it off.
That's why he's got the reputation as one of the NBA's great rebounders. Because of putbacks like that.
Well, that's what we've become accustomed to when he gets in position under the glass like that. Jordan with it. And Drexler picking him up. And it's Jordan with the jam. He's shooting 62% from three-point range.
Uh-oh, a little bit of a statement made there while he hung on the rim.
That's one way to make sure the whole building knows exactly what you just did. And that one's good by Porter.
Well, he's really doing all he can to keep his team in the game here. What a tremendous effort.
Pass to Jordan. And Drexler picking him up off the screen. Oh!
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Here is Porter. Under 6 minutes left in the game. The shot is off, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Pass to Jordan. And Drexler picking him up. Jordan takes off and closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. It's going to go on Clyde Drexler.
Shooting for Chicago, Michael Jordan.
First free throw. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here is Porter. He's picked up by Pippen. And stolen by Jordan.
Well, Kevin, he hadn't had a great game in terms of taking care of the ball and limiting turnovers.
Covered by Kersey. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jordan. Oh! Rips in the ferocious champ. Here is Porter. About 4.5 minutes left in the fourth. He's picked up by Pippen. Here's Porter. Yes, from downtown.
My goodness, seems like he's got every point this quarter. Just an amazing job helping to cut into this lead.
Pass to Jordan. Covered by Kersey. Shot clock at 5. Purdue with a screen on Kersey. And 3 from Jordan. Can't get it to go. And the Trailblazers going now the other way. Here's Robinson. A missed 3. And it's the Bulls with the ball. And here is Jordan. And Drexler picking him up off the pick. Oh, jammed by Jordan.
He's put the team on his shoulders and really carried them offensively. An amazing performance by that man.
Here's Drexler. Here's Kersey. And he lays that one up and in.
It's a great look ahead up court to set up the easy, fast break finish.
Here comes Armstrong. Back to Jordan. Covered by Kersey. Here is Armstrong. Back to Jordan. On the line. Robinson pulls it in. And Portland with the ball. Down low. Deflected. Livingston. He's guarded by Williams. Michael Jordan on the wing. And they double up Jordan. And here's Purdue. Back to Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. It stays here.
Almost picked it off. Still, nice hustle there to deflect the pass out of bounds.
Here's Jordan. From deep.
Money.
That's good.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
So it's Portland now. Now a timeout called. Here's Drexler. Here's Porter. He dishes it from about 16. Shot's good by Williams.
Now that's great court vision, Kevin. Even when he was about to shoot, he was still able to spot the open man.
Pass to Jordan. Livingston sets a pick. Kicks to Pippen. Tipped. Back to Jordan. 4 on the shot clock. Rips it down.
Way to close out an opponent. Kevin, I think we're done here.
At the line for the Bulls, Michael Jordan. Shooting one.
The and one is good, so a three-point play that time. Here is Porter. 1:54 left to the fourth. Shoots it. The shot is off, so the Bulls will take it the other way.
Kevin, they've got the edge here in rebounding. They're doing a good job of blocking out and then pursuing the basketball. That's good fundamental action.
Drexler against Jordan, and he slams that one in. Here is Porter. Open look. Gets it to rattle in. He's got 20.
He's really come out this quarter saying, give me the ball. I'm taking over. I'm demanding the ball. And you know what? He's delivered. A tremendous performance this quarter.
MJ rises, and it's Jordan slamming it down.
That's good execution there. I mean, use that screen to give yourself an alley to the basket.
Right, and they use it well. It's reading what's ahead of you.
Yeah, nicely.
Time called here. The Blazers just... Here is Porter. Drexler with a screen on Armstrong. Porter. That one is good on the lay-in. 22 points for him.
His team really needs this kind of effort, and he is bringing it forward. He's converted time and time again this quarter.
And they double up Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Livingston. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Right on the verge of victory now. They don't need much more than to just take care of the basketball.
Kicks it out to Drexler. The dump off. Robinson. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
They needed this run sooner. I don't think they have enough time left to stage a comeback now.
Now Jordan off the screen. Rips it down. Coming off the screen. He's shooting 61% from downtown.
They got this one signed, sealed, and delivered, Kevin. Just play solid D and use as much clock as possible.
Kersey guarded by Pippen. Shoots from the corner, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks.
And there it is. Game goes final, and the Bulls take the first one at home. Clark, they did what they needed to do. Now get one more before going to Portland.
Well, with the series set up as it is, 2-3-2 is the format. It's really helpful and important, actually, to win the first two at home, and the Bulls are halfway there.
That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.